What was discontinued, but you miss like hell and you wish came back?
The $1 menu at every fast food joint.
Shit, I remember when hamburgers at McDonald's were 39 cents. I think it was Tuesdays. And cheeseburgers were 49 cents. We were treated on those days and felt we ate like kings. It wasn't until later I realized those treat days were specific because my parents were broke.
In late 90s, it used to be 29 cents for a hamburger and 39 cents for a cheeseburger.
In the late 90s in Los Angeles County during the summers, there'd be 10-cent Hamburger Tuesdays. My stepmom would spend like $5 and feed us 4 kids lunch for the week.
When TV stations were about what they claimed to be about, MTV History Channel, Discovery Channel Science Channel, TLC, The Learning Channel, AMC, American Movie Classics, ABC Family Channel A and E.
IFC, Independent Film Channel, used to show decent, uncut, unedited movies. Now shows an endless stream of washed-up sitcoms.
When I was about 18 or 19, my dad was looking through the TV menu when he saw the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre was on IFC. He turned it on, and it wasn't just the movie. They were showing it with the original DVD commentary by director Tobe Hooper, OG Leatherface Gunnar Hansen, and cinematographer Daniel Pearl. Now, I'd always been into movie trivia, but seeing this ended up sending me, in a roundabout way, further down the movie knowledge rabbit hole. Today, I work in research, and hopefully soon, I'll be able to move into preservation. Both of these became passions of mine due to learning more about film history, restoration, and preservation. And a big reason for that was randomly catching that movie with the commentary on.
The blue raspberry sour Skittle. They act like it never existed, but I know better.
And lime Skittles as the green ones. Those were the best.
They're back. Skittles returned the lime and took out the green apple.
Finally. Green apple wasn't bad on its own, but it didn't jive well with the other flavors. It overpowered every other flavor. I really like the green apple flavor like those caramel apple suckers, but green apple Skittles ruined the entire bag for me.
90s Nickelodeon. Legends of the Hidden Temple. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Double Dare, Pete and Pete, etc.
There used to be a channel called Nickelodeon Games and Sports that was all reruns of the game shows. Legends, Guts, Double Dare, it was absolutely glorious.
All my favorite tops that ever wore out. The fashion train just moves on regardless. You can never go back and just purchase the same awesome undyed linen blouse with the frog closures and Chinese collar. You have to start all over again, no matter how much you hate shopping, because walking around naked isn't an option. That's why I always buy a few versions of the same piece if I really love it.
The problem is when I get a piece of clothing I like, it doesn't turn into something I love until a year or two later.
The optimism of the 1990s.
Seriously, I don't know if it was because I was a kid teenager or if everyone felt more optimistic then.
Things were pretty decent for the middle class then, which was also larger then, so I believe the optimism wasn't just perceived. Gonna sound old here, but shit just seemed more wholesome too. Everyone talking shit on social media 24/7.
Also, it was the post-Cold War, pre-9/11 era of innocence, end of history and all that.
Physical items for music, video games, movies, etc. This isn't actually discontinued yet, but with the current trend, it wouldn't surprise me if everything just moves completely to streaming in 10 years. Too many things are moving to digital where you don't actually own anything. All you have is a license to use the digital media. The last time I bought a physical game disc, the only thing it did was install Origin on my computer and provide a license key to download the game. My current car has built-in Spotify instead of a CD player. Maybe I'm becoming old man ranting about change, but I'm concerned about how everything's become a monthly subscription service where the companies control what you have access to and can remove things whenever they want.
All music going to streaming is my nightmare. I have a huge music collection. I don't want a subscription to music. I want to own my music.
We used to have a chain of restaurants called Super Salad. It was just a salad bar with like 3 options of soup, but it was cheap and all you could eat. I took it for granted back then, and now I miss it so much.
Only ever heard of it from the show Party Down, never realized it was real. Apparently, there are still 3 locations in the Southwest US. Edit. Guess it was Super Crackers in the show. Still crazy that Super Salad is a real thing.
24-hour anything. Edit. While I know it is significantly less convenient than places being open, There has also been a tremendous push for places to have an online presence, online activity. So many people will complain acting like their website doesn't exist. And even though I do miss the ability to go to McDonald's at 4 a.m., I can understand they don't want to deal with the tweakers and homeless at the time, but I still wish it would come back.
As someone who works overnights, God, do I agree with you. It would be great to be able to get food on my way to work or on my lunch break.
Me and my buddy worked nights like 10 years ago, and we're just talking about how fucked it would be without the 24-hour stuff. Like the McDonald's, Coney Island, Walmart, and the big gas stations were a daily experience for us when we commuted in together. Grocery shopping at 10 p.m. was the bomb. Taking lunch at 4 a.m. at the diner was such a cool vibe.
Subscribe to the channel to see more life stories.